Welcome to our channel, Real World Stories. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most chilling and enigmatic cases in American criminal history. This is the story of the Zodiac Killer, a name that still sends shivers down the spines of those who remember the terror he unleashed. Grab your popcorn, settle in, and join us as we unravel the mystery that has haunted investigators for decades. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single detail.
Our story begins in the late 1960s in Northern California. The Zodiac Killer, a self-proclaimed moniker, was responsible for a series of brutal murders that would perplex and horrify both the public and law enforcement for years to come. On December 20th, 1968, high school sweethearts Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday were enjoying a quiet night out on Lake Herman Road in Benicia. They had parked in a secluded area, a known lover's lane, hoping for some privacy. Little did they know, they were being watched. At approximately 11:15 p.m., a car pulled up beside them. The killer stepped out, approached their vehicle, and without warning, shot David in the head, killing him instantly. Betty Lou tried to flee, but she was shot 5 times in the back as she ran for her life. This was just the beginning. The killer left no clues, no motive, just a cold and calculated act of violence that shocked the small community. This initial attack set the tone for what would become a reign of terror. Fast forward to July 4th, 1969. Darlene Farron and Michael Mageau were parked at Blue Rock Springs Park in Vallejo, another secluded lover's lane. As they were chatting, a car pulled up behind them. The driver got out and approached their car with a flashlight, momentarily blinding them. Suddenly, he opened fire, shooting both Darlene and Michael multiple times. Despite his injuries, Michael survived and was able to provide a description of the attacker. This marked the first time the Zodiac left a witness. Michael described the shooter as a heavy-set man, around 5 feet 8 inches, with curly brown hair. This crucial detail would be one of the few pieces of evidence the police had to go on. On August 1st, 1969, the story took a chilling turn. 3 newspapers received identical handwritten letters, each signed with a crosshair symbol and claiming responsibility for the murders. In these letters, the Zodiac included a cryptogram, demanding it be published on the front page, or he would kill again. The cryptogram, once decoded, revealed a disturbing message about the killer's desire to collect slaves for the afterlife. These letters were filled with a mix of taunting, threats, and strange claims, leaving both the media and the police in a state of high alert. The public was terrified, and the police were baffled. Who was this man, and what drove him to kill so mercilessly? The cryptogram itself became a public puzzle, with amateur and professional codebreakers alike attempting to crack its meaning. September 27, 1969. Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were enjoying a peaceful afternoon at Lake Berryessa when a man dressed in an executioner's hood and a crosshair symbol on his chest approached them. The attacker tied them up and brutally stabbed them, leaving a message on their car door claiming the crime and signing it with his symbol. Miraculously, Brian survived the attack, but Cecilia succumbed to her injuries. This attack was different, more personal, more vicious. The Zodiac was escalating. The methodical approach he used in this attack, including the premeditated costume and the message left behind, showed a terrifying level of planning and control. Brian's harrowing account of the attack provided chilling details about the Zodiac's demeanor and tactics. October 11th, 1969. The Zodiac shifted his tactics once again. This time, he shot and killed cab driver Paul Stein in the wealthy Presidio Heights neighborhood of San Francisco. The Zodiac took Paul's wallet and keys and ripped a piece of his shirt as a trophy. He then sent a letter to the San Francisco Chronicle, including the blood-stained piece of shirt as proof. Despite being spotted by witnesses, the Zodiac evaded capture yet again. The police were close, but not close enough. This brazen attack in a populated area added to the growing fear and frustration among the public and law enforcement. Over the next few years, the Zodiac continued to send letters to the press, taunting the police and boasting about his crimes. He claimed to have killed 37 people, though only 7 victims are confirmed. The letters included more cryptograms, some of which remain unsolved to this day. Each letter was a reminder of his presence, a challenge to the authorities. The Zodiac's ability to avoid capture while maintaining communication with the media was both frightening and infuriating. Despite extensive investigations, multiple suspects, and even a dedicated task force, the Zodiac killer was never caught. Theories abound, but none have led to a definitive answer. One suspect, Arthur Lee Allen, seemed promising. He matched the description, had a disturbing history, and was even linked to the crimes through circumstantial evidence. Yet, no conclusive proof ever emerged. Allen's name came up repeatedly in the investigation, and many believe he was the Zodiac, but crucial evidence was always just out of reach. Another suspect, Richard Gaikowski, was implicated due to his resemblance to police sketches and his history with the press. Despite the compelling arguments against him, Gaikowski's connection to the Zodiac remained speculative. Many suspects, from other known criminals to ordinary citizens with unusual habits, were scrutinized, but none could be definitively linked to the Zodiac's crimes. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Zodiac case is his use of cryptograms. The first one was solved quickly, but others have remained a mystery for decades. In 2020, a team of codebreakers finally cracked the infamous 340-character cipher, but even that led to more questions than answers. The solution revealed more of the Zodiac's taunts, but no new clues about his identity. These cryptograms showcase a mind that relished in the complexity and the challenge, making the Zodiac seem more like a twisted puzzle master than a typical criminal. Survivors of the Zodiac's attacks, like Michael Mageau and Brian Hartnell, provided crucial details that shaped the investigation. Their bravery in recounting their horrific experiences has kept the case alive in the public eye. Their testimonies painted a picture of a cold, methodical killer who was always one step ahead. Michael's detailed description of the shooter and Brian's harrowing account of the Lake Berryessa attack added layers to the Zodiac's profile, but still, the killer remained elusive. The Zodiac killer has left an indelible mark on popular culture, inspiring countless books, movies, and documentaries. One of the most notable films is Zodiac, directed by David Fincher, which reignited public interest in the case by dramatizing its terrifying events. The mysterious persona, unsolved codes, and horrific crimes have cemented the Zodiac killer's place not just in criminal history, but also in the annals of pop culture. The enigma of his identity continues to captivate and horrify audiences, making it a topic of endless fascination and speculation. With advancements in forensic science, there have been renewed efforts to solve the Zodiac case. Techniques such as DNA analysis and genetic genealogy, which famously identified the Golden State Killer, offer a glimmer of hope that one day, the Zodiac might be unmasked. In 2018, the Vallejo Police Department announced that they would attempt to extract DNA from the Zodiac's letters. While these efforts are ongoing, the possibility of a breakthrough keeps investigators and the public hopeful. The mystery of the Zodiac killer has given rise to numerous theories and speculations. Some believe he was a former military man due to his methodical approach and use of coded messages. Others suggest he might have been a disgruntled police officer or someone with deep-seated psychological issues. One of the most compelling suspects, as we've mentioned, was Arthur Lee Allen. Despite the circumstantial evidence linking him to the crimes, conclusive proof has remained elusive. Other names have surfaced over the years, each bringing its own set of intriguing possibilities and unanswered questions. The Zodiac case remains open and active. Law enforcement agencies, amateur sleuths, and dedicated researchers continue to sift through the evidence, hoping to find that one crucial clue that will solve the puzzle. The enduring mystery of the Zodiac killer is a testament to the complexities of criminal investigation and the dark fascination with the unknown. As long as there are questions left unanswered, the hunt for the Zodiac will persist.
And so, the story of the Zodiac killer remains an enigma, a cold case that may never be fully solved. What are your thoughts? Do you have a theory about the Zodiac's identity? Share them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. This has been Real World Stories. Until next time, stay safe and take care.